Hello, hello, my dear and sweet Capricorns. This is your horoscope for April 2024. I love the beginning of April, especially the first week when we all will be feeling more compassion towards each other, wanting to share love and to help each other. This will be amazing beginning for April. And plus in April, we have amazing, very rare aspect between two angels of the universe, two angel planets that always help us. They're gonna bring rainbow colors into our lives. They will bring surprises and positive news. I will tell you all about this rare conjunction, rare aspect a little bit later, but let's begin from the start. I love April, even though we have Mercury retrograding beginning from 2nd April until 25th of April, but allow Mercury 10 days before it starts and 10 days after it ends, because Mercury, any planet needs to turn ahead. So they need also time, and we might be feeling all the consequences when planet goes backward. Now, Mercury retro means going backward, and I've spoken like a lot of in-depth information about Mercury retrograde in a separate video if you're interested how it is going to influence your life in April. And I gave a couple of advices what you should do and what you should not do and try to avoid in April. If you're interested in this kind of things, then go into my channel and find that video. And I made predictions for every sign in that video, and I went into great details about Mercury retrograding. But here, I will briefly mention which part of your life it will be retrograding. And when Mercury retrogrades, it's a well-known fact that you should not initiate anything new. Better not to start anything new, better not to do any plastic surgeries. And Mercury being a planet of communication and signing contracts, better not to sign important papers. Better to postpone it if it's possible. But if you cannot postpone it, it's okay. Just so you know that when we usually sign contracts during Mercury retrograde, some things change. Some things might change, and maybe you might not like it at the end, the deal about this contract, and some people might change their minds, or something will be missing, and in general something will be off about that contract. So better double check and even triple check with your legal advisor or financial advisor or whoever in the position to help you with that. Now, April in general is a more month of, retrospection. As the name suggests, Mercury retrograde, and plus in April we have solar eclipse. Now, when we have eclipses, we have tunnel, meaning between two eclipses. Eclipses come always in pairs. So one happened already on 25th of March, and the second one is going to be on 8th of April. How are we feeling so far during eclipse season, my dear Capricorns? Tell me all about it in the comments. I'm always interested to know what the news about, these eclipses, what was their news bringing into your life. But I will also mention that between these two eclipses there is a tunnel. When we don't see anything, it's kind of a dark stardust. When universe lifts everything up into the air, and we never know how it falls back onto ground. So we need to give it a time. So we need to give a time to eclipses and in general the universe to bring the messages. We may react but not act, and better not to take any decisions around eclipses, because those decisions will be very hard to change, will be very hard to go back as it was before. So better not to initiate anything. So in April, universe's message is more of a like sit back and observe and relax, and thought process, like give it a second thought to whatever is going on in your life right now, and Mercury retrograding whole month, and solar eclipse, and in general planets seems like hinting us that we need to think, remake, rebuild, redo, recalculate, resize, redraw, the things like redesign, and in general just let's say take your popcorn and watch. Better not to act. Everything to start and to sign the papers and to initiate, will be better in May, because May is amazing month to start anything that will be in your mind. But for April, better to prepare things that you're going to start in May, because in April you will have a lot of news coming in with the solar eclipses and all these things going on up in the sky, and planets, like people, they will be talking to each other in a super sweet, kind of a fashion, and that's why we all will be feeling amazing positive energy, especially the first week of April. Now, let's start with this Mercury retrograde. It will start on 2nd of April. For some of you guys, it might be already 1st of April, depends on which time zone you are. I'm in Central European time zone, so Mercury starts retrograding 2nd of April for you guys here, and who are over here, and it will be retrograding in your house of family, my dear Capricorns. Now I'm decoding language of universe for you guys. Now, house of family, a lot of things, it seems like the beginning of April for you guys are more of a relaxed sort of. All the fun will start by the end of April. In the second half, part of April, you will have a lot of fun going on, but we will get to that point. Let me tell you more about this family house. And here, Mercury retrograding, guys, my dear lovely Capricorns, really do not, I really don't advise you to buy house or real estate. If you are in that position, for those Capricorns who are planning to buy house or any sort of real estate, better to postpone it up until May. You can now check, you can now go and see and maybe go talk to real estate managers and all these kind of people, prepare some things, compare prices and everything. But the point is, if you buy the house during Mercury retrograde, usually the case is that you might change your mind, or you might find later in May better house with a better price, and you might be kind of regretting. And it might be, I don't know, it could be something wrong with the documents. You could find out some information later on. There are many examples could happen, but the general message of the universe, advising not to buy or sell. But selling a house is good, by the way. During Mercury retrograde, selling is amazing, but not buying a real estate. And it's happening in your house of family, house of real estate. So this is a big no. And in general, you will be a lot reissuing and reapplying for kind of these citizenship documents. For some of you guys, the topic might be this, that you will be a lot of back and forth with these documents for citizenship, for immigration kind of documents, residence permits, moving somewhere. You might be gathering up, this kind of documents. Anyhow, more information was in that separate video for Mercury retrograde. Don't be shy, go check that up. Now, moving forward, 8th of April, we have amazing, fantastic new moon solar eclipse. New moons are all about new beginnings. They are opening a chapter. When there is a solar eclipse, moon and sun come together, and it's a new moon. When the new sun and moon, they come together and give birth to a new energy. And here, solar eclipse is suggesting they are giving birth to a new energy to the whole universe. Because solar eclipses, eclipses in general, they are 10 times stronger than regular new moons or full moons. And let me tell you one thing about the messages. Only some of us will get the message of this new moon and solar eclipse, whatever they bring, any change, any situation into our lives, exactly on the day it appears, on 8th of April. But most of us, guys, usually we get eclipses messages during the month before it appears and after it appears. So it allow it 2 months roughly, from 8th of March. Some of you might have got already the message of this eclipse, my dear Capricorns. And some of you guys will get the message during May, if you didn't, in last month, in March. And this solar eclipse is amazingly positive and fantastic. In the long run, I haven't seen such a peach because eclipse is usually intense, and we don't like as people, we don't like a lot of changes, a lot of ups and downs, these kind of things, but eclipses, this is their job, to bring changes. And eclipses are perfect tool of the universe. They're like compass of the universe, correcting our direction of our destinies. And eclipses, they come right on time to correct the destiny, saying, no, you are going not there, you need to go here. Something like this, to deal with kind of situation, to change your life, let's say 180 degrees, or make it upside down, to look at the situation differently. And they always bring truth. That is the point. People usually don't like the truth. I mean, maybe not don't like, but it's harder to process, let's say. Let's put it this way. And solar eclipses and eclipses in general, they bring situations that we remember for a long time. They're not just kind of situations like everyday life, but more of a like that happen only once in our lifetime, like getting married, let's say, or getting divorced, or giving birth baby, or let's say someone is leaving our life, or you are moving, immigrating somewhere, you are graduating, you're getting a degree, acquiring some sort of new skill, establishing a company that's going to be successful. Something that is memorable, happens around eclipses. That is their job. So that, to lift actually us towards our destiny, because they happen on the destiny line, on the destiny nodes, lunar nodes, north node and south node. And this new moon solar eclipse, I will make a whole separate video about this eclipse, because this is amazing, sugar sweet solar eclipse. I can't miss to make a more in-depth video about this eclipse, so stay tuned for that one. But please do let me know what was the message of the solar eclipse, because we're all going to be happy with the news, as it is a positive. I literally couldn't find any negative aspect about this solar eclipse. Amazing present from the universe for you guys, my dear Capricorns. Now it is happening in your 4th house of family. That is amazing place to host such a stellar solar eclipse. And something is new coming into life in your family. Might be, let's say, you are making a new family. Some of you guys, my dear Capricorns, are getting married around this time, building your own family, or some of you, like, it might be, let's say, your brother or sister getting married and bringing a new family member into your family, or giving a birth to a baby, you yourself or someone in your family. And also, 4th house is the house of mother. So something maybe in your mom's life is getting, big changes. This might be happening for some of you guys, my dear Capricorns, like mom is getting married, or mom is giving birth, or something else. Like there could be a lot of situations, but the main point is that it's about your mom's life, either your family. Also, 4th house is the house of real estate. Now, those of you who, my dear Capricorns, are, let's say, planning to buy a real estate, any type, like house, apartment, or anything, or any investment as an investment, like this new moon will present amazing offer. But again, here Mercury is retrograding whole month, my dear Capricorns. And this new moon will bring this, actually desire to buy for yourself real estate, or, or somehow kind of a change, something in your living kind of area, wherever you live, your living circumstances, the place where you live, something is changing there. And I would advise you to wait until Mercury goes direct, because we need Mercury sharp as possible. That planet rules like signing contracts, that planet rules our mind, ideas. So we need it to be sharp to get that dream of our, the house of our dream, and, make all the sides of the contract correct and possibly accurate. So better to wait until May, my dear Capricorns. It might be, 4th house is also about citizenship and immigrating, actually. It might be you are becoming a citizen of a new country, my dear Capricorns. My friend is a Capricorn, and she's in the process of applying for citizenship in another country. And I feel that this solar eclipse will help her a lot. And most of you guys, like my dear Capricorns who are listening to this video, are you in this kind of a situation? Please do let me know too. It's always interesting for me. Let me be happy for you, because this solar eclipse is amazingly productive in helping you to get that citizenship or long-term residence permit. Somehow something is changing in your, where you live, the place where you're associated, like as saying, this is my home. And it seems like the ruler of this new moon will be in your house of contracts, and it involves something to sign, some papers to sign. And here, yet again, I advise you to just please wait, if possible, of course, postpone this, signing the actual signing the contract. And it seems like you will be in communication, maybe to buy a house, or I don't know, rent a house, or change it somehow. Or maybe you're doing a renovation to your house, to your apartment, totally renovating it, rebuilding it somehow. New moon is a new energy, new place. That is amazing place to amazing area of your life, going to have revitalized and having a fresh air. Now, moving next, 19th of April, Sun, giver of life, the light of our universe, will shine into your house of joy and fun, my dear Capricorns. Now, from second half of April, here where all the joy and fun begins for you, my dear Capricorns. And, Sun coming into your fifth house is the house of when we love the life, when we love ourselves, when we are happy, when we are in a fun mood, and you will be more in the mood of, outgoing kind of. You would want to go outside, mingle, jingle, and also flirty mood. This is a true love house. Also, kind of, bringing warmth to your new relationships, into your new relationships. And 2 days after, exactly here, in your house of joy and happiness, planet of luck and happiness, Jupiter and Uranus, planet of surprises, they will join forces. They're gonna meet in your fifth house. This is the rare aspect that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. Why it is rare? Because they're gonna meet, in after so long time, after 14 years. They meet every 14 years, and each time in a different sign. For them to meet in the same sign, it takes even longer, my dear Capricorns. You see how long it takes them to get to each other, to hug each other, to say hi, kind of my brother. And these two, Jupiter and Uranus, they are big angels of the universe. They are benefic planets. They shower us with all the benefits, happiness, luck, and joy, and fortune. And I call this aspect unexpected surprises, like positive surprises. And they are meeting in your house of joy and happiness. At 21 degrees, those of you who are born 12th of January will feel the shower the most. They will be the luckiest the most, plus or minus 5 days around this date. All of us will be feeling the effects of these two meetup, because we've been already feeling that these two planets are close to each other, and we've been feeling uplifted, somehow happy. Happy occasions are happening in our life. We like to call them coincidences, but there is nothing just like that sort of thing. I do believe in that. There is always a plan of the universe. And looking at the movements of the planets, we've been feeling their effects since second half of March. We will be feeling whole April and even May. But the exact aspect will happen on 21st of April, when these two will hug each other, shake hands, and they will say, long time no see. They will join forces to brighten up your day, my dear Capricorns. You deserve it, especially after so long time hosting in your sign. Pluto, planet of transformation, Jupiter in Uranus decided to cheer you up, especially coming into force in your house of joy and happiness. And they will do so in such a compatible sign to yours, my dear Capricorns. It feels like you will get such a different sense of life. You will get more happier. You will find new meaning, like loving yourself, loving your luck, and loving your life. And the fifth house is also house of children. And here, Jupiter and Uranus, they are two planets of expansion. Whatever they touch, they make it bigger. Now, those of you who are wishing to have kids, this is your chance. And it seems like it will be quite unexpected news for you, even though those who you wished so. And even those who didn't wish, now, take care about that. But still, babies are always a happy news, my dear Capricorns, like, gifts from the universe. Those who are business owners will benefit the most from this two meetup, because Uranus rules your money house in general, earning house. Now, feels like some of you guys will be establishing a business, opening a business. Better to, with signing papers, to wait until May, and not to do it in April. But still, these two planets suggest that you have this kind of thoughts in your mind, and that thing will be very successful, my dear Capricorn. So go ahead and do it. Open your business. And you are well-known hard workers of the zodiac, entrepreneurs you are. This is in your blood, kind of running in your blood, my dear Capricorn. So if you have such kind of plans, you will do good for yourself if you do, because it involves some sort of signing contract and money. And fifth house is also true love house, my dear Capricorns. Now, those of you who've been single and who've been wishing to meet your one and only, this is going to be your, unexpected moment when you're going to meet that person, that special one. And it seems like you will be in quite a lot of chat, like chatting a lot. And also seems like it might happen over internet, like maybe on the dating apps, or just occasionally the person might text to you, or you might like someone fell so hard and you will feel yourself, let's say your self-worth, because that person will make you know that you are special, that you are one in a million, that that person needs you, my dear Capricorn. That's how warm this aspect, is warming your life in this area, and you deserve it, my dear Capricorns. Now, those of you who are gonna be, who are in occupation like creativity, like actors, singers, dancers, a lot of Capricorns are so talented, you are guys. Like any type of art and creativity, like photographers, singers, you will be lucky as the most, my dears, because it is happening exactly in your house of hobbies, in your house of talents, creativity house. And you might struck that deal with the agent that will promote you, and you might finally somehow and have money and have the contract that will bring that money to develop your to showcase your talents. Maybe you're gonna have a performance offer all of a sudden as a surprise from the universe to show your talent to the whole world. Maybe you will get an offer to give some speech somewhere, to sing somewhere, or to record a song of yours. Anything might happen around this area, my dear Capricorns. Please do let me know what was the message of this two angels meetup. I would really be happy for you too, so that I will cheer for you, because it is happening in such a positive house for you, especially for you, my dear Capricorns. And don't forget to check your rising sign and moon sign too, because we are all Capricorns, but we are all different. Why so? Because we consist of three signs, my dear Capricorns: rising sign and moon sign and sun sign. Many people check their sun sign horoscopes, but let me tell you what, horoscopes are written for rising sign. And if you don't know your rising sign and moon sign, go check up your natal chart, draw it up. There are plenty of resources on internet, free. You can draw it up and find what the sign was rising when you were born, and where was the moon when you were born, and check the horoscopes for those two signs, and you will get the full picture. And you will also understand which sign actually stronger influencing you currently at this stage of your life, because all three will be influencing whole our life. Sometimes our rising sign stronger, sometimes the sun sign, and sometimes it's moon sign. Depends what time you're born. Maybe at night, maybe by the sunrise, or maybe daytime. And you got me anyhow, right, my dear Capricorns? So do check your other two horoscopes. Now, let's go to full moon. We have each month we have new moon and full moon, and in April we will have on 24th of April, full moon in your house of wishes, in your house of future, my dear Capricorns. And Pluto, planet of transformation that was occupying your sign for the last 15 years and now is in your money house, will make a harsh angle to that full moon. It will be in disagreement with that full moon. And full moons are all about closure. They bring something to, ending that was already unfolding there in your life. Is not something new, but that was already there, and they will bring the last sort of act. And you will need to make a decision around this time. And full moons are like a big light, like and circle of light. They show which part of life you need to put your attention. Something is bubbling up somewhere in your life, it's a part of your life, and you need to pay attention to that part of your life. And it is happened to be your 11th house of hopes and wishes, and your future house. And Pluto will be making this agreement from your house of money, my dear Capricorns. Earned income seems like you will be, it might not be enough money for your, let's say, future ideas. As I said, April is amazing to think a lot, plan a lot, but do not act. And especially 24th of April, it's almost the last days of Mercury, and Mercury during first and last day of retrograding is notorious being a crazy bad boy, mixing up everything. So just wait. Give it a time, relax and sit back, my dear Capricorns. And it indicates like there will be less money somehow for your future endeavors, kind of future plans. It seems like you are imagining your future, you're planning your future, but at the same time understanding that you will need finances, which you don't have now, which you won't possess for now. And it might be some sort of a frustration for you. For some of you, my dear Capricorns, all these situations about whatever I say in my horoscope predictions is only a few situations that I'm giving you guys. I hope you understand that only one or two comes into your life, but not all, as I said, because we are all different, right? So for some of you, my dear Capricorns, it might be about one friend or friendship circle. And it seems like, there might be some disagreement with one of your friends over a money matter. It might be possible. Or for some of you, it will be, let's say, your favorite, I don't know, singer or artist is coming in town and you would like to visit that event, let's say. That you would like to visit that concert or go somewhere to exhibition, but you won't, let's say, have enough finances to do so, and it might frustrate you too for some of you guys. Another thing, 11th house is social media house, popularity house, and it's about internet house. Now here, some of you might feel that you want to close every account of yours, like social media account. You would be feeling you don't want to continue anything, and you might be feeling just closing everything and not be socially present at all. And here I would make a caution for you. Be careful over this fraudulent activities online. Do not trust anywhere. Do not pay any payments online if they look suspicious. And check all the time. Check, double check, especially with Mercury retrograding, all the details, all the account numbers, what you're doing, especially transactions like money transactions online. And 11th house is also house of harvesting the results. If you've been, due for some promotion or title or some sort of prize or nomination and you kind of were not selected, then do not be sad about that, because it seems like this Pluto will be giving you this a lot of thoughts about that you are not worth it or some sort of this, because second house is house of, self-worth or self-respect, self-love. And you should not be under this influences. Cheer up, my dear Capricorns, because very soon planet of love, Venus, will move into your 5th house to cheer you up, together with Jupiter and Uranus and Sun, who will be witnessing meetup of these two angels, Jupiter and Uranus. On 29th of April, Venus, planet of love, beauty, and money, will visit your 5th house. We all love when planet of love visiting place of love, house of love, and it is for you in such a compatible sign, such a blendable sign. Around this time, you might meet someone for sure special, and Jupiter and Uranus suggesting that, like a happy surprise. You wouldn't be expecting that for sure, my dear Capricorns. And when Venus in the 5th house, we feel that we love our life. We feel more energetic towards ourselves, love towards ourselves. We are feeling that we love this life in general, and it's giving more flirtatious, more attractive energy to you. You will be attracting all the partners and flirting. It's kind of a flirty mood around by the end of April, my dear Capricorns. And lastly, Mars, planet of activity and motivation, on 30th of April will make a move into your fourth house. Same house when all this month started, the activity. Those talks, if you've postponed about that real estate buying, now will be resumed. By the end of the month, it will go forward. All those talks might be stuck somewhere by the beginning of the month because Mercury retrograding, all sorts of miscommunication and mishaps. But now, by 30th of April, Mars will move all the things forward. If you've been in the process of buying some real estate, rest assured that May will be the month you're gonna do that. Family matters will come full force. You will be there might be a lot of activities with your family, might be traveling with your family, visiting them, or they are visiting you, especially your mother could be, and also your mom gets activated by Mars, a lot of texts to you, back and forth, this kind of things. And those of you who are in the process of citizenship and immigration matters, those papers, applications, and processes will move forward as soon as Mars enters your fourth house on 20th of April, my dear Capricorns. This was your horoscope for April. Stay tuned for solar eclipse video, and if you make sure to subscribe and like if you find one or two information useful and helpful from my horoscope. Bye bye.